Well, good morning. A little behind schedule here. Well, actually, still early, but welcome. Welcome into Flying with Mike. Just getting ourselves up online on VATSIM. We are at Scott Air Force Base, Illinois, preparing for hopefully 2 flights today. One to New York State, Stewart Air National Guard. Now, there is another name it goes by. We'll get into that in flight. And then we have a second streamed flight planned out of Porto, Portugal. We've been flying in and around that area quite a bit lately. Well, we got to get our butts to Frankfurt, and that's what we're going to do today so that we can prepare for sometime in the next few days or weeks, Frankfurt to Miami. So sit back and relax, enjoy. We got a great day of flying ahead of you. Hope you all enjoy it, and I hope you all have a blessed day. So let me see where I am here on, I think I filed it. Okay, there we go. You know, I hate when I do things like this and then forget where I am in the process. Kind of the story of my life. "737, and we are a Clipper. Well, actually, not a Pan Am Clipper, but a C-40 Clipper. Oh, look, an auto ATC is working. 7410. I think I get that almost every time out of here. All right, we're going to talk here in a minute about the plane as soon as I set this. There we go. All right, we have our squawk in. We are up and ready to go for the most part. We got a few more checks to do. This wouldn't be Flying with Mike if there weren't a few more checks. And then some balances, and then maybe we can think about firing the engines up before we check and balance that. Who knows? All right, so we are in the LevelUp 737, and as you could tell from outside, yeah, we haven't reloaded it yet. I've actually been kind of busy. Visiting granddaughters yesterday, yesterday. I think, yesterday was Sunday. And I'm losing track of time. May 60 years old be better to you than it is to me. But anyway, we're sitting on the line here, getting ready to blast off with the general. Up to Stewart. Stewart is actually, hang on a second. I just had it. I think I put it back. I even did so good I didn't put the whole name in here. How about that? I am just really good at that. So let's look at KSWF. It is actually New York Stewart International Airport. So that means they have customs all the time there, or available all the time there. But it is also Stewart. I thought it was Stratton, but maybe that's the one up in Albany with the ski birds. Not, yes, ski birds. You heard me right. C-130s outfitted with skis to head to Antarctica and other places like Greenland to land and depart on snow and ice. So anyway, we are sitting on the deck ready to go. Let's get in here. Now, how you can tell I need to update this in the future if you don't see the ground power unit sitting out there. Yeah, he hasn't updated it yet. So yeah, like I said, a little busy. All right. Let me take one more. Oh, really? You're going to play that game on me? There we go. All right, so feel free to join in. As you all know, we are on VATSIM. I'm just double checking on Elevatech. and our friend at Sim Toolkit. Looks like it. And yep, we are certainly online. And for those like me that still use one of the first flight trackers for us, VATSIM, I'm online there. All right, let's bring in Sim Toolkit. Get this firecracker ready to launch. All right. For today, we're going to take 100 people plus the general, 5,500 pounds of cargo, which will add up to 23,000 pounds of payload. I know, me up in the front, I need to lose a little, get that weight number down. I know, not them people back there. Oh gosh, no. Block fuel 16, just shy. Well, actually, I think we did throw 17,000 on it, but it should be around 16,983 pounds. The route today, you can read it. I put it up in the stream. If not, I can do it again. Exclamation route will always give you that, so long as SimBrief hasn't hiccuped. Cost index 13, and a dispatch here at the base has graciously granted 39,000 for us. So, beautiful day. I know it's a beautiful day here in the neighborhood at Scott Air Force Base. Sky's clear, 10-mile visibility, south wind. What do you expect in the middle of summer? Duluth Fly, welcome in. You're in shape. Round is in a shape. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So we got a nice south wind. Temperatures borderline, currently nearing 90 degrees here Fahrenheit. Woo, ish hot. So they say, a break in the heat coming for those who are catching us here in the Midwest. Midweek, we'll see. Also, hey, folks, if you're on the East Coast, really pay attention to Aaron out in the Atlantic. Was a Category 5. Now it had what's called an eye replacement, something along those words. Just really pay attention. Right now, there are evacuation orders in North Carolina off the Outer Banks for the higher seas and rip currents expected here for the next week or so. But I'm also going to put this out. Now, I have not looked at the latest from National Weather Service or Hurricane Center. There could be 2 more waves they're going to be tracking, and early models are suggesting one, if not both, could slip into the Gulf or slip up along the East Coast. So always, right now, this is the time of the year to kind of lend an ear to what's going on out in those tropics near you. Things pop up quickly. I mean, it was 20-ish years ago, last month, I think it was, when Katrina roared into the Gulf. Everyone forgets it was a hurricane in the Atlantic, went across the peninsula of Florida, became a Category 1, maybe a tropical storm, hit that Gulf of Mexico, and literally exploded into the monster that would be Katrina into that area. So always, it doesn't, I mean, it just takes a storm, hit that Gulf of Mexico, heated water, I mean, that's what made Aaron explode. The waters off of the Bahamas and north of Puerto Rico just exploded it. Here's a side effect, though, and I never thought about this. With as much rain that is coming down out of that hurricane, it's actually beginning to hurt itself because it's cooling the waters. I've never heard that out of them. And that's actually interesting if y'all think about it. When a thunderstorm comes over you on a hot summer day, St. Louis has been having them left and right for the last week or so. It cools you off. Well, that's what it's doing to the waters, and that's probably going to keep it from becoming a Cat 5. So we'll see. But again, all forecasts say it stays the eye. Okay, keep that in mind. The eye wall stays offshore, well offshore. This thing is huge because every time the eye wall replaces itself, it gets a bigger band of tropical storm winds. So that expands, meaning you all could start feeling the winds off of it. And of course, the swells that'll come off of it in the ocean. So that's why North Carolina has pretty much the beaches closed in the Cape Hatteras area and south or wherever. I haven't even looked to see where it all extends. Pretty interesting stuff starting to finally trickle out of the National Hurricane Center instead of just the hurricane is here. We've forecast it to go here. We have hurricane hunters going in now. Back to your normal. I think that was some interesting stuff when I heard that, hey, it's actually cooling the water that it's feeding off of, that hot water. So pretty interesting stuff. So, but that's not what you're all here for. You're all here for a flight. So let's get to it, shall we? By the way, I don't even think it'll show up yet. Let's see. Hang on. Down here is where this is going to be some of the outer bands, but that's about as much as many of the trackers will show because there's just, quite frankly, no radar out here. Gee, I wonder why. So it's really hard to really get a grasp of what and where the hurricane is. But again, I always say this when there's a hurricane in the Atlantic from Florida to Maine, pay attention. These things do have a nasty habit of a wobble, and it wobbles, it could get a whole different scenario in play. So, all right, enough for the weather. I know, on to sports, please. No. You thought the news was depressing. All right, so again, we're in a 737. Technically, a C-40 is a BBJ, Boeing Business Jet. Technically. However, the Boeing Business Jet 1 is based off a 737-700. Now, there are some differences. Not many, but overall, that's the airframe. The BBJ-2 is off, I bet you can't figure it out, the Dash 800. Yeah. So, and here's an oddity out there, the P-8. That's the naval aircraft that replaced the P-3 turboprops. I think the only ones still flying militarily for the U.S., I say this very cautiously, are the ones NOAA has for the hurricane hunters. Piggy and Kermit, I believe. Miss Piggy and Kermit are their names. I find those, I actually saw both of them at Mid-America when I worked at them. It's an interesting, animal. It's just like any P3 you see, except for some additional bulges on it because of radars and all they've added. But, yeah, I've seen them both. They're kind of neat. The fun thing is they never let us go inside those. Probably not much different than the Convair that came in that, wish the guy would have never said what he said, especially in an age of climate change. We're going to leave it there. So that's what we're in, a 737. We're in the LevelUp 737-700. Gonna fly Mid-America or Scott Mid-America to New York Stewart International, otherwise Stewart Air National Guard. C5s, I think, were what were based there at one time. I don't know if they still have some or not, but I definitely would bet C17s will be there in their place. All right, so let's get this little firecracker ready to go. Where's my checklist? All right, so I have already got the route and the people aboard. Well, you know, stand corrected, back that up, back the tape up, erase. We got to put the people in. And what we got to do is go up to the overhead and set no smoking to on or auto. Whoop, one too high. And while I'm here, go back to position. Here lies so. All right, packs are boarding. Now, because I have yet to update and, or not update, get rid of and bring in a new version, a newer or replacement LevelUp 737, I don't have any of the graphics. But this will work. I do have Zebo loaded in it, so those updates are worked. Well, those are working. Why is my packs not going up? Did they not want to show up? There it goes. I like to wait to see that they're going up. With 100, I guess it takes a little bit. You got to get at least 10 of them on. And, you know, they're like, oh, I want to look around the airplane on the flight ramp. And, ooh, look at me. I'm on a flight ramp. Ooh, this is so secure. Sorry. But anyway, we're on our way. Okay, so with that in mind, most of what we check is up here. So the hydraulic pumps are engines on, electric pumps off. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. Fuel pumps, they're all off for now. And actually, this will get them on the plane quicker in the real world. Crank up an engine. We're going to leave you if you don't get on. We can do that in the military. All right, the APU is firing up. Told you, just fire an engine up. They start getting on the plane. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Oh, sorry, General. You have to wait. I got to get on. Yet that won't happen. That could be an instant court-martial with a stripe or two yanked off your sleeve. Or 3 or 4, depending how many. All right, the APU is just about fired up, and what we'll do afterwards, kick the blue lights that you see just right above the EGT. We're going to turn those generators on. Correction, not those generators. Let's do the APU in the middle. Ooh, got ahead of myself there. And then we'll be basically ready for flight. We'll go over the particulars in the FMC here in a moment. I think they say for those that are here, the early bird gets the worm. Yep. You're getting all the fun. All right, packs are on. The sweltering heat is starting to slowly dissipate until we close the doors. Yeah, we're letting all the hot air in. Normally it would be let all the hot air out. In this case, anyway. All right, so while they're finishing up back there, okay, real quick, the neat thing about Zebo, besides the fact that it's beyond PMDG quality, is that a lot of things happen automatically. Now, if I had my aircraft updated properly, outside you would see buses and a generator and staircase. I've done a couple things they said at Zibo, and it ain't working. So I'm just going to reload. I think I know where I screwed up. It's all on me. It's user error. It's not LevelUp or Zibo. Because if I would have put the Zibo one that I have of this out here, piece of cake, it'd all be working. So, but it is, and you'd have cones marking the aircraft like they normally do. All right. And then it also provides you with the loadout that you had in SimBrief, provides the route that you also created in SimBrief, and performance to a point. We'll get to that in a minute. So you would come in here, load it up on this page. It would say activate and load OFP. Verify your data after loading the OFP. If the data is right, hit activate and let it do what it does. And it loads. Trying to think if Zibo, if I've seen the caterer truck show up. I think I have, but I may be screwing that up with the rotate. So, but down at the bottom, you can see we're just about filled up. The cool thing is with Zibo, well, everything, even on the announcements, may be automated now. Not certain. The announcements can work here, but then they become a little more automated as well. I can't really explain what's going on there yet, because I sometimes can trigger the announcement, sometimes they happen automatically. All right. Then once you have the aircraft set the way, you know, that you've got it, you come in here, you would click request your flight plan, just like you would TOLUS and some other aircraft. It'll go through fit it. I always go to departure arrival, put in and make sure they're right, and then go through it, make sure all the fixes are right, and put in your arrival point. Then go to performance initialization, and then you'll fill out the normal page by just clicking load, and then it'll do that, and then fill in the few boxes you have to. There's not much. That's going to bring you to your N1 and takeoff. Okay.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Yes, ma'am. All right, we are fully loaded. I don't think that works. It was running. Let's try again. One time, that's all we get. Oh, well. All right. Anyway, that's all still a work in progress. Everything right now is kind of in a holding pattern, so to speak, awaiting the next update, X-Plane 12.3.0. Weather radar updates. Zibo says they're ready. I've not heard from TOLUS, but I would assume they are. They, matter of fact, in the A339 disabled some stuff just to let us know when it's ready. They'll reactivate it. So, all right. But anyway, how did we achieve these numbers? Now, some of you will just go with what comes up under QRH. Perfectly fine. I'm going to tell you it's perfectly fine. Or you can head over to your SimBrief panel page, either under Performance and Tools, or view your flight plan and click Takeoff Performance. Takeoff Performance is just verify your right runway, click Calculate, and boom, it's done. Performance and Tools requires you to basically put in your aircraft, your airport runway, and takeoff weight. And then it'll give you the cute little map that tells you, oh, this is where V1 will be, and this is where V2 will be, and this is where VR will be, and this is where, if you go zigzag, where you'll... So, anyway, that's the only big... And it'll also give you the grade. So for today's flight, we're going to blast off out of here. V1 at 131, rotate 133, V2 139. All right, now they are slightly elevated from what QRH says, and that is only because they're compensating for better climb limits for us. So no biggie. I'll go with their numbers usually. I haven't run out of runway yet. So with that, we are ready to go. We're going to get on common traffic, which is 128.25 here at Scott Air Force Base. And we're getting ready to commence startup. That's right. We're not pushing back. Military folks, most of the time, unless they're in a jetway, they are going to pull forward and out. And I'll be honest, it has been better part of 40 years ago when I would actually be standing by right off the post here with the medevac aircraft, the C9s. Those of you that were in the military, actually, I think they lasted a little longer after 9/11, but they were the C9s or DC9s with a red cross on the tail. They were based here. They had a couple overseas, in Japan one, and I think one in Germany, maybe two, I don't remember. But we would get them every day, just like an airline. Every day, if they had litters, I think that was the requirement. Might have been lower. It's, like I said, 40 years ago. We were out there with a crash truck standing by in case something happened. Thankfully, nothing ever happened. I would hate to be that person in a litter and something happened. You can't go anywhere. Ah, it was. No, wait, no. I'm thinking something else. They built the building on the flight line, which should have probably been built 40 years earlier, where those that are going, they would go to the hospital on the last flights if they had passengers to go to other bases and then bring them back in the morning. Well, they built this little building, a staging area, if you will, for such passengers. They could sit them in there so they wouldn't have to go all the way across the base to get to the hospital. Well, the hospital closed. That's why they built the building. And then the mission left right after, actually before the building was done, I believe. I could be wrong, but yeah. Welcome to our government. Gotta love it sometimes. Love to hate it. Anyway. All right, so y'all ready to go? Let's light up these firecrackers. Okay, we're set up here. Do a quick check.
Slide slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Obstacle. Obstacle. Pull up. Airspeed low.
All right. And of course, for those that have to hear it, overheat and there we go. And one more cargo. I know there's just some out there that just live to hear those bells. Not me. But anyway, and finally, we're ready to go. Fire them up. Packs off. Wax on. Okay, we got them started up. Let's do our quick, get our flaps to 1. Let's see here. Auto brake is reject, switches up top. Helps to be there. Position lights are set ATC will get flight directors on. And trim for today looks like 5.5. Put it about there. I say we taxi. Scott Air Force Base traffic reach 1815, taxiing to 14 right. Yeah, like I said, I don't remember this part. I just remember following it to a certain point, and then we went to our standby point for takeoff, which could be immediate or 2 hours later if there was a long flock of birds. So I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Like I said, mine went pretty good, other than that, work that I had to do. But, can't complain. At least it's a job, but what hell? Hang on a second. What is Godspeed doing here today? What?
I took off today.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Now they heard you.
I don't care. After Saturday, making me walking around the whole campus. No, I don't care.
I wish I had that ability. I personally can't do that. But to each, everybody, hey, glad to have you aboard.
Yeah.
Flying for the military this flight. Where are you flying to?
Nowhere.
Oh, that's a great airport to depart from.
I know, right?
All right. Scott Air Force Base, common traffic, reach 1815, departing 14 right, Gateway 1 departure. Little bit of memory road here, where I started most of my firefighting at. Except for the Air Guard base in Ohio and the local volunteer department.
Yeah, I'm trying that map enhancement.
Oh, how is it?
I don't know. I'll let you know. I downloaded Google Maps, so.
Is it for the map on the plane? Or is it outside?
Scenery for X-Plane.
Wow. Look at you.
I mean, I had to pay for it. They got a free package and they got a pay package.
You went for the gusto, huh?
Yep. I play this game enough that I don't waste my money whenever I pay for flight sim and stuff.
I follow you there. All right, let me get a quick...
Because I feel like I could benefit from this. I mean, in some ways.
I didn't catch Fox last night on that anniversary flight. I wonder if he's using it.
I saw some of it.
I actually thought about firing up for it. I really did. But had the scenery downloaded. I didn't install it. Like it's real difficult to install in X-Plane. Well, I shouldn't say that. I never opened the zip. There might have been a lot to it. Who knows?
There's this guy called Online Simmer, and he pretty much explains a tutorial very good on how to get it all installed.
Okay.
I followed him.
Yeah, I was watching Leroy. Who was,
Leroy
of course,
Jenkins?
no, Melvin.
I know who you're talking about.
No, Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole dang town.
Thought that was Tyson.
No, that was Leroy Brown. South side of Chicago. That says a lot right there. You never heard the song, man? Come on.
I heard the song "Eye of the Tiger."
This is nothing like the Eye of the Tiger. All right, we're on our way to Stewart Air National Guard, located north of New York City.
80 knots.
I flew to Niagara Falls yesterday, and it was like the best approach I ever experienced.
V1 rotate.
I need to go into that airport.
Positive rate.
Gears up.
Gear up. $400. 1,000.
Some things I see I forgot that I gotta rapidly put into play.
Oh, you said you were streaming, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, Boozy's streaming.
Huh?
I said Boozy's streaming X-Plane 12.
Nice. All right, we
I mean,
need
he's
to...
definitely no flying with Mike, but yeah, he flew into an airport yesterday or the other day, and his jetways lit up. And I was like, "Is that pay scenery, or you do something special in the world editor, or what?"
And he went, or what?
No, I went, or what?
No, he responded, or what? Not
Wow.
giving away trade secrets? Come on.
I mean, they did at 11. Why did they stop?
Well, 11 didn't have the animated jetways.
I mean, yeah, they did. If he had that,
Sam,
yeah.
but Sam is no longer. You got to buy an add-on or not buy. You have to get something else, and I don't remember what it is, because that's what I think killed my St. Louis scenery in X-Plane 11. Is more of that scenery is built off of pieces that are within SAM that I can't find. Now, before anyone says, yeah, but then X-Plane 12 is just fine. To the point, there's a couple things missing that I'd like, but at least the scenery shows up. All right, and lights can go out. Lights are off. And that's why I don't really get overly excited about enhancing my scenery. What's there? You're really not enhancing much. It's the Midwest. But now, if you're going to fly VFR and all, and it gives you accurate roads and all to follow, I could see that. That's why a curious ear will listen. All right, so I hope y'all have enjoyed. It took us, we're about 45 minutes to get out of there. Hope y'all enjoyed. We've got about, according to Elevatech up there, just shy of 2 hours. Might shave a few more minutes off in the climb, but again, just plan 2 hours. Overall, it's 2 hours, 8 minutes airtime. We're going to shave a little of that off by our approach for runway 9. And I hope y'all enjoy. And bear with me a second, folks. I'll be right back. I need to hit the galley for a cup of coffee. All right, we're back with you. So have you got the new and improved scenery up and running yet?
No, not yet.
All right, welcome aboard, everyone. If you're new to the channel, haven't done so yet, click that follow button. Love to have you aboard. If you're catching us on YouTube for the first time, hey, we'd love for you to smash that subscribe button, and if you like it, click like. Love it. And if you have any comments, we'll try to catch them here in the live stream if you're on with us here. If you're in the YouTube portion, excuse me, we do read all of the comments. May not respond, although I try to. I've seen I've missed a few, and I do apologize to those. So just kind of sit back, relax. We got about 2 hours to Stewart Air National Guard Base in Newburgh, New York. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a balloon.
You said you're going to Stewart, New York?
Yep.
Well,
Actually, I don't think I turned balloons on. Dang it. I don't want to interfere with the flight if I didn't. But yeah, that was a pretty good screenshot you sent, man. That was cool.
Yeah.
And for those with X-Plane 12, I'll give you a really good, two good reasons St. Bart's is where you need to go. One, it's a really good approach. That is, it took 5 attempts on Friday's stream to get into there. But as an added benefit, off the runway, I forget how far out into that bay area, you're going to see a boat with sharks swimming around it. Austin, the creator of X-Plane, is on that boat. So it's kind of one of those little what they call Easter eggs that are found in these great programs. And like I said, you can't miss it. Even I saw it on each of the go-arounds when I started my bank. Well, in this case, Godspeed sent me a picture, and there were balloons here. Now, see, he sees the balloons where I see the birds that he has been desperately trying to find. And I don't do anything. They happen. And sometimes it just looks like, I'll give you a case in point. This cloud way off in the distance here. They might look just like a cloud. That was, I don't know if there's any different colors to the birds or not. But yeah. Don't mistake them, because you'll say, oh, what's going on with my graphics card now? No. Pay attention, because they'll probably be birds. But if you turn your failures on, you could get damage if you fly into them. But that's how it looks, like a little stray white line in the sky. And that's how it grew. On the one flight we did out of, was it out of San Antonio? Yeah, I think it was. That's where we saw them. And it was pretty neat to see. Harken back to the days of FSX, and was it FSX? No, A Century of Flight, when they introduced the animals. And I actually did a couple of the tours down in Africa with them to see them all, throughout the tour. It was kind of fun landing that DC-3 in the jungle. Or in the safari, I should say. Or savannas. My bad, savannas. All right. Just having a little fun, making some clips.
Apparently I gotta save the FMS file before I can actually load up the game.
Save what?
Oh, the FMC, like in the sim brief when you like go to like add the file in the X-Line,
Yeah.
like you gotta do that before you go in the game, or else you can like load in the plane while you're sitting in the plane.
You can't, because I've been able to load it while I sat in the plane from SimBrief.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me, so.
Huh, okay. Interesting. All right. Oh, that's probably why. Why is there no VATSIM? Oh, why is VATSIM? Says TCAS. Well, oh, there's now weather in that spot. Trying to figure out it showed an aircraft. Sorry about that. I'm thinking it's this UAE 1985 or 1955. But now it's disappeared. It's disappeared. That cell is what's showing up on radar. I don't think it's anything else. I don't see anything else. I'm pretty sure you all are seeing the same thing we are. A lot of pop-up storms through the heat of the day.
Up and release that new update.
Huh?
Need to hurry up and release that new update.
Oh. All right, folks, I'm gonna put a request out there. Yeah, let me see if I can figure it first, but I'm having troubles, it looks like, with my throttle.
Did you change it?
See if I...
Did you change everything back from your Islander setup?
Oh no, this is the Zebo setup. In X-Plane, you know, you can set profiles.
But did you put it back to regular airline profile?
Should be. No, what happens is my throttles don't necessarily respond with the airplane. Meaning, say like we're climbing out like we were. The reason we had the overspeed is because the throttles didn't come back, because the throttle itself was still the actual physical SATEC unit that I have was still, I had to actually pull it back to get the throttles, the aircraft to throttle down. The auto thrust isn't working like it should. I think I found it.
Do you need a reverse access?
No, it's in the actual Zebo stuff.
Oh.
And I think if you go to hardware configure, if I remember, I forget his name was Zebo that does the videos. Sky
Zebo?
Matrix.
Sky
His
Matrix.
stuff said working with this. And I think it's on page 2, the others. We'll get it for you. And I don't even know what CFY hardware is. I have no idea what that is. So, of course, I don't touch it. Toe brakes.
You said, what was it? ZFW?
Oh, here,
Hardware?
if you're on the screen, CFY hardware and trim control. I have no idea what that is. Smart AP mid control panel knobs. What the heck? It's got to be stuff for the control yokes and all of that. Oh, wait a minute. Is it this one? Sync, and I can't do anything. Huh, that may be a only Zebo thing. I may have to go back and look. Well, for now, it seems to be doing what it's supposed to, so we'll keep going. 30 minutes into the flight. Uh-oh. Oh, the wife is headed home. Nice. There we go. All right.
Did you fix it?
We'll find out next time I fly it. Next flight, by the way, folks, if you didn't catch it, is Porto, Portugal to Frankfurt, Germany. A320 Neo action. Haven't flown that plane in a while, so I thought, what the heck, let's get it airborne. Get it making some money for us.
I've been trying to fly in flights with the A321, but I can't find any with this virtual airline.
Which virtual airline?
United?
I don't know if United even has any.
Should.
All right. What do you want, an A321 Neo? I got
Yeah,
one.
I love that plane.
Whoa, what? Oh. Google is so smart. I asked Google, United Airline A321 flights. You know what it put up?
What?
Flight 321, which is Washington Dulles to Venice, Italy. Close, but not the... And I've even confiscated the AI. They can't even figure out what the heck I'm asking. Primarily, they fly out of Chicago. Gee, I wonder why. To Phoenix. There's one for you.
It's in their fleet.
No, I'm just saying. According to the AI overview out of Google, Chicago to Phoenix is one of the routes. One thing, do you have FlightAware? Just type in FlightAware.com. Where are you at right now in your... Do you have to fly from where you last landed?
I mean, I like to.
Does it require? There are VAs that... FedEx, by the way, requires that unless you jump seat.
I don't think they do.
Okay. If you go to FlightAware, up in the band where it says type in a flight or whatever, type KORD. And then make sure you go to O'Hare, not an airplane. Believe it or not, there will be a chance of an airplane.
Where it says FlightAware is central to aviation.
I mean, oh, you haven't been on that page in a while. Hang on.
So type in
Where it says all search for flight. Yeah, search for flight or tail or airport or city only. KORD, and it should bring up every flight in and out of O'Hare in the next hour or two. Arrivals, departures, scheduled departures, scheduled arrivals. If not, go to flightaware.com/live/find-a-flight.
So you guys go by this thing, huh?
That's how I find some of my gates. So if you go in there, now on the left side of the screen, it's going to tell you different options. Like if you want to see just United only, I would just check that. And the rest will go kind of gray out. Then look at the aircraft. Do the same thing for the one you're looking for. A321. I don't know if they fly A321 Neos or not. It looked like they do. Then just check that and it'll show you flights that are en route or out of, into or out of O'Hare within the next few hours.
All right, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
Okay, I guess we can allow that. All right, well, welcome aboard again, folks. We are about an hour and 10 minutes or so out of Stewart Air National Guard, otherwise known as New York Stewart International Airport. It's an airport north of New York City. I'm not sure if it's like a reliever. Being international probably means they get cargo, maybe international cargo, who knows? Or Canada flights, who knows? Who knows? Maybe out of the Gulf of America, who knows? But it is just north of the New York City area, little town called Newburgh, and I've been in and out of here a couple times, usually with FedEx. To the cargo side. This will be the first time actually to the military side, and it's just an Air National Guard base. Nothing spectacular. Now back in the Cold War, a lot more military aircraft were here, but today it's pretty much just Air Guard. I don't think there's anything else active military there. So, but welcome aboard. Enjoy. My name is Captain Mike, flying with Mike, and I've been in the flight simming world since about 1999, 2000 time frame. So I've got quite a few years, went through a whole bunch of Microsoft iterations, still claiming with everything I see streamed out there, a century of flight from Microsoft is still the best. Sorry, I hear y'all, but I'm sorry. Everything about a century of flight, it's still better. Once you got a decent computer, FSX wasn't as bad as many said it was. But that took a lot of money. I had one, and unfortunately I just didn't build it with a big enough hard drive. Not for FSX, but I was given information to just put the operating system on there and then run it here and everything will be done there. Well, this thing called it has to go to the operating system back and forth. Wasn't accounted for, and I ran out of memory. Lesson learned. So, the new computer here, 2020, it came online, and what I was seeing then out of that flight sim community, I just wasn't liking. And I went to X-Plane for the second time and just flat out loved it. Unbelievable quality in this aircraft. And the fact that it is, in my opinion, we can squabble. There's a couple things I might give you all on that other side of the fence. This is hands down the best 737 program out there, Zibo. And the fact that it's free, whew, much needed in the flight sim world. Tired of everything costing arms and legs that I run out of after the second or third airplane. It just was refreshing how much of X-Plane is free. Now, we have payware. Don't worry. The next flight, payware aircraft told us. But the quality is there. And hands down, I think Tollus, again, because they're limited by the simulator with what they can do, is by far the better one. But again, to each their own.
I'm back.
Well, welcome back. So, welcome aboard, everyone. Hope you enjoy the flight up to New York and Stewart International. Like I said, maybe, even though I've got it turned off, we might see a balloon. Great screenshot sent by Godspeed, who's on our Discord channel, and had a balloon. It looked like Austin in the balloon and somebody falling off or trying to get in. I don't know. But the balloon was in the air, so trying to get in the air, it may not be as but neat things you can find throughout.
So how do you set like only United flights on here?
Okay, hang on a second. I'm just catching up so these people can get up and move around the cabin. The general's getting itchy. He has to walk. Okay, you're on flight aware at O'Hare, right?
Yeah.
All right, on the left side, do you see the airlines listed off that are visible?
Yeah, where it says identity.
Yeah, click United, and that should gray out everything else. I'm going to get over here to Flight Aware myself so I can help you through. Flight Aware.
Man, these are all like.
Okay, now you can narrow it down more. In that same area, it's like 2 columns. Look for the aircraft. There should be one that might say A321 or A21N November. Check that, and that'll just be those aircraft.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, you bugger, you didn't go where I want. ORD, I said. There we go.
ORD?
KORD. Oh, this didn't do it. Dang it. I'm sorry. Let me think how I find them. Oh, wow. Definitely don't want that. That's way too confusing. Oh, I know why. Okay, you had to put in from Chicago to somewhere. That's why. Trying to think of another way you can do it with this. Well, you could always. Do you have in the banner up top flight tracking?
Yeah.
Click on that. And then when that little menu opens up, middle area to the bottom, select by aircraft type.
So like A320.
Just put either A321 or I think United has, I'm not sure what they have.
Yeah, they got A319, 20, 21.
Which one are you looking for?
21.
Okay, either put A321, that's your basic A321s. If you're looking for a Neo, it'll be A21 November. And I already found A21 November. Now it's going to give you every single one that's in the air. And you're going to go, oh my gosh. So this is where it gets kind of difficult.
I think it's asking me for a flight number. Or am I not on the right page?
If you went to flight tracking,
Yeah.
middle where it says search flights should see browse by aircraft type.
Okay.
Now that should open up a list of aircraft on the left side. Or is it still asking for a flight number?
So like search box, it says like all route, airline flight, private flight, tail number, and then it says airport.
Okay, click flight tracking, flight finder, and that should put you where you could put in a takeoff and landing. origin and destination.
You need help with? What do you guys need help with?
I'm just trying to help Godspeed here with trying to find A321 flights for United.
Oh. Oh, okay. You can go to go to flight rate, or what is it?
Flight Aware.
FlightAware, yeah. Go to FlightAware and just do a search for United Air UAL, and they'll just say. I think it's.
I mean, we're already there.
So when you got the flight finder, what did you come up with? He keeps getting where it's huh?
Bunch of planes.
Well, it's about time you got on the right page. Hey, is A21 November or A321 on your page?
I see like E75s and like B738s and
Okay.
737s.
Up in the window. Up at the top there, type in A321 or A21 Neo. Those are your 321s.
I have one going from Minneapolis to where? Hang on. Actually, Boston Logan to. Where's he going? Where did he take off?
There are right now, what's going to come up when you click either one, if you click the A321, there are currently 739 A321 flights in the world. That's why I say this is a very difficult way to go. But it'll give you every flight out there.
So like right here in this box, right on the left side, it shows like all aircrafts and like mostly Boeings, and the only
How about
Airbus
up at the
that's on
top?
here
Is there an empty box with aircraft type next to it?
I'm not seeing that.
Okay. Go back to flight tracking and browse by operator. And if you need to, let me try something. Flight tracking, browse by operator, in case you're on that page. Yeah, it still brought me where I wanted. When you're on the page, it'll have a bunch of airlines, Delta, American, United. Just making sure they don't have United at other places. Kind of freaks you out when it says you.
I see United.
Okay, click on it. Oh, there it goes. And it's going to put up all of the United flights currently flying. Unfortunately, there is no way to narrow that list down. So where are you wanting to fly?
Somewhere in the United States.
Well, I can tell you right now, I'll put it in there. Let's see what ORD P to
Here,
Phoenix.
You want to do United Airlines? Here, this is what I just found for United Airlines. Oops, that's not what I wanted.
And it's a Neo. Oh, wait. What happened?
Godspeed.
Oh,
Let me
I
put
clicked the wrong one.
Just DM it to me.
Okay.
Oh, currently no 321s going between O'Hare and Phoenix.
There.
To the AI, you lied. So
I
there,
just
folks,
DM'd
don't
you.
trust AI.
I just DM'd him to all the United flights around the world.
Oh, goodness gracious.
It's on flight. It's on flight.
I know.
I know.
It's a lot. It's overwhelming.
There's a lot.
I mean, you got American, Delta, and United, the biggest airlines next to Lufthansa and British Airways. I won't leave you guys out. Air Frog 2 and KLM.
Air Frog?
Air France.
Oh.
Now I probably started an incident.
Michael, I could tell you something made me crack up the other day about, you know how Airbus when it's landing says the R word on the not the R word, you know, the other word for slow down.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling that to my buddy on another stream. We were talking about how that does that. He clipped it. I don't know, out of nothing. He put it on TikTok. TikTok went bananas over it. They flagged it. They were insulted. They did. They went, oh my god! And I went, really? It's just that's what Airbus says, and it's just like, well, that was just crazy.
Oh yeah. I'm still trying to track down this that I heard in a YouTube video, and I don't know the truth or not to it. It probably is true.
Yeah.
The logic that the developers of Boeing use versus the logic the Airbus company uses. Meaning, an Airbus pilot can engage the autopilot under 200 feet. Which in Europe I could see because there are some pretty dastardly departures. Boeing is above 800 feet.
Huh.
Boeing relies on the pilot to fly the plane. Airbus relies on the computer software and logic to fly the plane. So I found that kind of what?
Right.
But I've heard this before. But I think, and you know, I've heard a lot that Boeing tells you a lot more of what's wrong with the plane than Airbus. Not the 737. I hate to break this one to you folks. It doesn't tell you much. But Airbus does. And it will put the errors up on the page, whatever the page is. And it's just a whole different philosophies of how they develop their aircraft.
Everybody's got to do it their own way, man.
It's just it was an interesting video. And the guy was a Boeing head, so of course he slanted it, which that's how the press is. Anyway, they slant whatever they report. But yeah, it was just kind of interesting to hear that philosophy behind them.
Huh.
Now, the person I could talk to about this to see the truth or not is my dad, because he was an instructor for both types, 737 NGs and Airbuses in the 319-2021 class. So, at a company that taught pilots how to fly them, foreign pilots. Oh, we got somebody hanging out here 1,000 feet above us. Let's see who that is. Where the heck am I? Oh, there I am.
Where am I?
Oh, I'm in Germany. How did I do that already? I was supposed to be going to New York City.
Took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Yep. No, I had to go around Hurricane Aaron.
Oh, that was took the long way.
The long way home.
The long way. Yeah, that's a good song.
I think it's this flight right here. Oh, I know the GJS is, come on, it's based here in St. Louis, Mike, come on. Oh, I can't remember.
I'll look it up. You want to look it up? Or
I'm going to have to look it up. Doggone it, 60-year-old Hertz. Go Jet. Before I even finished typing it, it came to mind. Yeah, it's based here in St. Louis.
Interesting.
All right, we're about halfway there, folks. Looking at about just over 50 minutes to our destination. And looks like a pretty nice day. Boy, if you're flying into Chicago from the east or say Norfolk and in, you're getting ready to go into some heavy thunderstorms before the city. That'll be fun delays coming. To our dispatcher friends out there, sorry. Mother Nature happens.
Have you guys heard of a place called Punta?
Punta
Yeah, it's Florida.
Yeah,
Punta Gorda?
that's where I'm flying to.
Punta Gorda?
Yeah, Punta Gorda.
With United? I thought Punta Gorda was all Allegiant.
No, this is Allegiant. They have
Okay, I was
multiple-
gonna say.
This is United. This is just not United Airlines. They do like multiple.
Gotcha.
Lines in their system.
Yeah, somebody told me that about Punta Gorda. And I'm like, no, it's not, because the one Sarasota, south of Tampa, I
Yeah,
thought
south
was
of
all Allegiant. Oh no, that all of them fly into. And she kept telling me, no, Punta Gorda is all Allegiant. And I looked it up and went, oh my gosh, it is nothing but Allegiant in and out of there. From what I understand, they pretty much put that airport together in some fashion to be able to do service with them, probably like Gulf Shore. Because there was no terminal there when I was there 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Neat little airport, but fun. There you go, Duluth. Fun little airport to get in with your 737s.
Punta?
No. Gulf Shores.
Oh.
Allegiant flies into Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Oh.
And I believe they're Maxes. So your 737s should be able to get in there.
900 in there if I wanted to.
I don't know about a 900, but you know, a 700 for sure. Maybe I flew an 800 in there once, I think. Or you can get gutsy and do an Airbus.
A380, let's go. I can fly a Concorde in there. I'll just ask you to stay.
Oh, you better be careful. You're gonna rile up. And you too, folks, if you want to join the conversation. Did I do it right?
You did, for some reason, you know what I think you need to do, Mike? I think you need to do a reauthorize Nightbot in your thing. Because none of your Nightbot control, none of your Nightbot things are popping up. You need to go back to Nightbot dot whatever, reauthorize it.
What do I do to authorize it?
Just go in there, it's Nightbot.
And just hit leave channel?
No. Nightbot dot Nightbot quit hanging.
Oh, do the not the slash mod Nightbot?
No, that's not it. Oh, I'm in the wrong channel. Oops, hang on. I'm not part of your little thing. Okay, I don't have control over your Nightbot. So you just need to go tell it to leave and then come back. If it's already in your That's the first thing you can suggest. Unless Nightbot's down, I don't know. It's not even in your channel. It's not even here.
Is that slash mod for that?
Yeah, / mod Nightbot. But did you
I had to do my cookies, so I wonder.
yeah, you probably had
Nightbot, right?
yeah, NITHTBOT. And then re-invite it back into the channel.
Says it's already a moderator.
Okay, so let's see if it's there. It's not there.
There it goes.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, folks, if you want to join the conversation on Discord, there's your invite. We'd love to have you in. You'll find us in the channel.
Wait, who's this we stuff? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding, Mike. I'm kidding.
Ban. I thought they had a night mode in here.
They do. It's somewhere. It's in there somewhere. You gotta find. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought I had it in night mode. Maybe I didn't.
Go to your dashboard, maybe.
I'm on my dashboard.
Go to set. Oh no.
There are no settings.
Oh. Is that an email?
I mean, I used to know all that stuff, man, but I haven't streamed in so long. I forgot the ways.
You forget a lot of things.
I do.
Oh, I see it down at the bottom. Go to the Mike.
Okay.
Go to the bottom left of your thing, and it's where you click. We see what's your name with your icon there, Mike, and then click on the hamburger.
Ah, dark mode.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get you as a moderator again in here.
That's
Or-
simple. Here, I'll send you this. Give me a minute. Or yeah, hang on. Settings. Come on, do this. You know how to do this. They choose everything around. Oh, sweet. Okay, so they changed a lot of it. Alright, so, sir, go into your account settings at the bottom where it says your name. Go to settings.
Yep.
Go all the way down. It says add manager.
And Duluth.
Dilute fly, yes. Make sure there's an underscore on the end of it because I gotta change this all at some point.
Hang on, I want to make sure in case I got to start rewinding the music here. Hang on, let me. Aha, I spelt it wrong. I knew it. That's why I wanted to check. Uh-oh. Auto ATC is yanking at me. Advises descend. No separation. Descend.
So 230, no separation.
All right, you are now a moderator.
Moderator or manager, you mean?
Or manager, whatever the heck it says.
Got you, brother.
All right, let's see. Where are we, le boy? Down to 23.
Have you guys ever watched the better pushback from the tug?
No, is it interesting?
It's actually pretty cool.
Oh, you're right. Okay. I might have to do that one time. Figure out how to do it, but yeah.
Yeah, if you go into better pushback where it says a menu and like where it says call for and all that,
Mhm.
there's a thing on here that says Tug Cab View. You just
Oh,
click
really?
on that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I might have. Didn't know that was
I
even
think I
one of the.
tried it once and it locked up.
Mm,
So that's why I probably never tried. But now that we're updating, who knows?
right.
All right, I better start thinking about some radio frequencies. All right. Oh, we're not even on Unicom. Darn, no wonder it's so quiet.
Yeah, for some reason though, you can't use the left side to move, like to move it. You gotta click the yeah, the left side. Never mind, not the right side. It's the left side. You gotta hold down the right side in order to move the direction you want to look in.
All right, our frequency for the ILS is 1110. And 116.1 for our VOR that we're going to be aiming for in a minute. 6 uno. All right, along the way, we're going to pass Harrisburg and Ravine. We'll go ahead and put both those in there. 115, 35, 114, 6. Whoa. All right, there we go. All right. So, how are we doing on the descent? Holding Mach 0.78. Should get crossing traffic here in a minute. We may have to do a flight into Harrisburg's. Is it Air National Guard or are they reserve? I can't remember. Into their reserve side. Again, if there's anyone in the sound of my voice, Outer Banks, especially Hatteras area of North Carolina, understand you're in an evacuation warning. Hurricane, while should not make landfall, use that word should, even though they're saying it won't. I always go with should. They like to wobble. Anyway, the track will put a very heavy surf on you, most likely flooding out your way out. So you may not even see the hurricane, but you're going to get the effects of it. And if you're in the ocean, be extremely careful. Extremely dangerous riptides are being reported there. So not a lot of fun, even though we don't have a landfalling hurricane.
Give it time, Mike. Give it time.
However, and what you just heard, give it time. Over the next 2 weeks, pay attention. There are some waves that have come off Africa. They are going to begin tracking, some people say, that could affect either the Gulf of America states or the East Coast. So early models, which can be really wrong and sometimes really right. Just kind of watch. It's nothing to go, oh my God, Armageddon's coming. Not
Oh
yet.
my goodness, we're going to hit the hip.
Armageddon's not yet. Could be. That's not hurricane usually, but you know, sound of that trumpet could be. Who knows? So just pay attention. It is the height of the hurricane season, and the fact that we're only at E with Aaron, hopefully that's a good thing. That it's actually still going to be lighter than normal. So we'll see. Here's a fun fact. We mentioned it in the beginning. Hurricane Aaron, if you didn't know, was a pretty heavy Category 5 hurricane. And it went through some changes in the eye wall. They do this all the time, they say, the hurricanes. Okay, well, it's regenerated back into a Category 4. It dropped to a 3, now it's back to 4. They don't expect a 5 out of it anymore. Why? First off, the winds have expanded. That's what happens usually in that process. Secondly, so much water is coming out of this thing. It's actually cooling the water below it. Hence, it's not sucking in that hot Atlantic seawater, which fuels them even more. That's something I never thought about. Think about it. When a thunderstorm comes over on a hot summer day, like we've been having here of late, how it cools in just that localized area. Everyone else is sweltering, but not right there. That's what's going on in the Atlantic. And it is helping to keep it down on intensity. So, Yavo.
I need to get going because I got to work today at 1:30. So.
Oh, good deal. Well, thank you there, Duluth, for your help.
You're welcome, sirs. And Godspeed. If you need any more help, let me know. I can try to help out the best I can. But, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to follow the channel if you haven't already. Mike is a good egg. We all trust him and love him. So I will leave you in the good hands of flying with Mike. You all have a good evening. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. All right. And again, there's Duluth Fly. He's a good streamer. Catch him when he's online. And we're actually in Cleveland airspace right now. Let's see if they're going to make us talk to him. They're probably going, why is he descending? Because your auto ATC told me to. All right, we're just going to keep going down here. We're going to switch into yeah, we're going to keep it at 300. Okay, we'll turn to. I know there's a way to turn that off in Zebo. I don't know what it was. Yeah, you'll like Punta Gorda. I flew in there once when they had a hurricane.
Yeah, I was on the wrong plane. I had to restart again.
So what are we flying in there with?
A320.
Nice. Flight Factor or the Neo?
Flight Factor.
It works?
No, the Tullus.
I'm just saying, you know, I haven't heard any yay or nay on whether the flight factor is affected by the radar and issues or not. Look at the bright side, the end of the year, they say, with hopes they'll have the A320 CO, which is the conventional engines, available.
Hopefully that update's out by then.
Be a good Christmas present. There you go. Just putting it out there. Something tells me I don't think the people at X-Plane could take all the questions between now and December. Is when are you going to release it? As many have hounded on other aircraft. All right, what is our inbound heading? We'll just go ahead and set that. And huh. You know, I just realized something. All right, you guys that fly these NGs and Airbus 320s for a living, 1921, the big jets, not the little planes like I did. How do you know to and from? The VORs. Other than, you know, setting the heading to what the airplane's doing. But say like I wanted to set, I don't know, Reading off of Ravine or Harrisburg. Other than knowing there's going to be an easterly heading, how would I know that otherwise? Or is it one of those you just don't? And hope for the best. Hey, we're coming into 23,000 feet per ATC orders. That is auto ATC, by the way. I am going to go get a cup of coffee from the
1,000 to go.
galley and be right back for the approach. All right, we're back. And let's see. Rave. I'm going to go ahead. Do we have ATC? Oh, we do, possibly. Has New York even pinged us? Hang on. I guess we'll get on New York 125, 325. Right as I switched over. Good afternoon, New York Center. Reach 1815 with you over Ravine 23,000.
Reach 1815 New York Center. Good afternoon. Ready to contact.
All right. Time to do some of that thing we all hate. Math. All right, the ILS is going to require us at Maine. Manny, where are you, Manny? 2,100 feet or higher. Okay, so off Ravine, we're going to start our descent, I think. Oh, wait a minute. It is 7. We'll get a little further. Yeah, we're 100 miles, so we got 60. $20 times 360. We'll call it 70. So 60 from Huo. Okay. All right, let's see how that reflects with our top of descent inputted. All right, let's do some figurings here. Do it over here. Now this will be in meters.
Departure. Good afternoon. American 2049 heading 125, climbing 3,200 for 5,000. American 2049, New York Depart, correction, New York Center, hello, clear direct Woodstown, climb and maintain, flight level, correction, climb and maintain, 1 to 3,000, 13,000. Direct Woodstown and up to 1-3,000 for American 2049.
22. And 1021. 30.
Good afternoon, New York Center, base rate 3021, and about 90 miles south of Kennedy, flight level 350.
113.5.
Base date 3021, New York Center, radar contact, cross news at flight level 270. News 270, base date 3021.
Okay, that'll put us about halfway down, which will put us,
That's not good.
all right, off at A6. Perfect. Right into the Air National Guard base.
144 is with you. Departing LaGuardia, currently climbing through 4004. American 144, New York departure.
Approach speed will be 136.
Climb and maintain flight level 240. Clear direct white, climbing to 240. American 144.
Who said there was allowed to be clouds here? All right, I think we're all set up except for setting the V card up. Let's do a couple things here. Let's
American 2049, leaving my airspace. Washington Center is closed. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved. Okay. Frequency change approved. Appreciate the service. We'll see you next time. American 2049. Air Center split jet 50 will be ready to go at the end.
not a lot of information today.
Split jet 50, New York Center, wind 04010, gusts 16, runway 4 left, clear for takeoff. Reach 1815, cross Huguenot VOR, Hotel Uniform Oscar at 13,000, 13,000, the Wilkes-Barre altimeter 3016.
Plus, cross Hotel Uniform Oscar, you say it's 13,000?
Reach 1815, affirmative, cross Huguenot at 13,000, the Wilkes-Barre altimeter 3016.
Okay, we'll cross that fix at 13,000, reach 1815.
Center split jet 50, holding short 4 left.
That's going to make for an interesting
Fox jet 50,
approach.
New York Center, runway 4 left.
I think
clear for
that's when
takeoff.
I leave his
4 left,
airspace.
takeoff, split jet 50. New York, good afternoon, American Phenom, number 320. American 39, New York Center, hello, reset transponder, squawk 1105.
1105, American 39. Center switch at 51.1, climbing 3000.
Split jet 50, radar contact, clear direct coat, climb and maintain, flight level 400.
Direct coat at 2400, split jet 50.
Yeah, if you were
39,
curious,
radar contact, correction, that's
right
20
under
miles
the
northeast of
winglet
Kennedy
here a
Road,
little
level
bit,
320.
you'll see kind of a white, weird looking look to the cloud. That's kind of how the birds looked when they started up on me. And then all of a sudden I realized they were birds. It took a little bit, but yeah, that is probably a cloud at this altitude. But just to give you some ideas of how to find them. And you can't find them, they find you, even in the real world.
American 39 requesting level 3. Is a 330 available?
American 39, second.
Just wondering if flight level 330 is available for American 39.
American 39, I can give you flight level 340, is that okay?
Yeah, we'll take 340 American 39.
Sweet.
American 39, climb and maintain, flight level 340.
Climb and maintain 340.
I think I'm going to be
39.
flying out to Kingston.
American 144, leaving my airspace, Washington Center is
This was
closed,
a
radar
long
service
taxi.
terminated, frequency change approved, good day.
Where at?
Frequency change approved for American 144. Good day, sir. Thank you for the
Niagara
service.
Falls.
Oh, I've not been there, so I don't know. You'll have probably a, that depends what runway you come into at Punta Gorda. All right, time to get the peeps in their seats.
Base state 3021, flight heading 010, vector for sequence.
Heading 010, base state 3021.
American 39, flight heading 190, vector for sequence.
17.6.
Heading 190, American 39.
Base state 3021, descend and maintain, flight level 270.
And just maintain flight 270, base state 3021. 139. I had to just run up actually, just checking we didn't miss anything other than heading 190.
American 39, clear direct Salisbury, Sierra Bravo Yankee.
Sierra Bravo Yankee, American 39.
1,000 to go.
Bay State 3021, clear to direct Foxwood.
Direct Foxwood, Bay State 3021.
So are Airbuses the only ones that actually have bay doors for the landing gears?
No, a lot of aircraft do. 737 for some reason just never did. Just about everything else does.
Bay State 3021, apologies, clear direct FX.
That sounds more like a direct effects, Bay State 3021.
I was wondering that. I was like, why don't these have like doors for the landing gears?
Yeah, for some reason, Boeing just, there was actually a video on YouTube about that.
Reach 1815, descend and maintain 5,000.
Down to 5,000, reach 1815.
Man, I wish we hit the QRH or whatever it's called, the HPA, like for the standards that they both
Yeah.
like went to standard and not just one of them.
Yeah, it's at 18,000 in the U.S.
Reach 1815, expect vectors ILS, runway 9er approach, the Stewart altimeter 3017.
Okay, we'll expect the vectors for the ILS runway 9 over at Stewart. Reach 1815.
American 39, leaving my airspace. Washington Center is closed. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good day.
I wonder if he's going to take us all the way in. I better figure out what the...
State 3021, leaving my airspace. Boston Center is closed. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved. Gate.
Is that me?
Urge advisor, go on Bay State
No.
3021.
121.0. Just in case. Normally, that's your common traffic. Oh, Lord, we sped up.
Reach 1815, fly heading 360, descend and maintain 4,000.
360 down to 4,000, reach 1815. Sorry, we're still fast.
Not a problem.
Guys, get a nice look at the Berkshires. or Adirondacks. I forget which they are here. Out of curiosity.
1,000 to go.
Reach 1815, turn left, heading 180, vector for final.
Left turn 180, reach 1815. I was wondering how he planned that. Ah. Yeah, that looked like a pretty cool event here in New York Center, or not New York, it would have been Boston, just south of Islip, where Virtual USA was at. Had my Piper Arrow ready to go, but I just thought, nah, I think there's a little more to this than I think, and I won't make the event time. You had to be in by a certain time, and I don't think I could have from where I was going to start. All right, we're slowed. Yeah, I got a feeling he's going to probably take us in and tell us taxi wherever we want. Actually, we're going to Stratton, so, or to Stewart ANG. So, all right, I'm going to lower the range here one more time. I'm going to get it
Reach
down.
1815, descend and maintain 3000.
Down to 3,000, reach 1815. And knock this one down.
To go.
We're going to overshoot. Center, reach 1815. Are we cleared for the ILS yet or not?
Reach 1815, apologies. Turn left heading 060, intercept runway 9er localizer.
Intercept the localizer 090 for Stewart, reach 1815.
Reach 1815, turn left heading 060 to intercept the localizer.
Left turn 060, reach 1815 to intercept.
And switch at 50 will be going offline at the time, but appreciate the service. See you later.
Thanks, have a good one, take care.
Usually I'm, ooh, let's get brakes 2. I'll set up so in case they do blow through, I'm already turning on it. Couple of them don't like it when I do that. Okay. And now we can begin to slow to 210.
Reach 1815, 9 miles from Nelly. Descend and maintain 2,100 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS, runway 9er approach.
Why are you not? Okay, descend to 2100, cleared for the ILS, runway 9, reach 1818. Okay, let's try this. Huh.
Reach 1815, wind 080 at 10, runway 9er, clear to land.
Cleared to land, runway 9, reach 1815. Okay, flaps to 5. Gear coming down.
New York Center, Delta 5, final 400.
Delta 5, New York Center, radar contacts.
What the? Going to flaps 20. Plane's mine. All right, looks like we'll be landing. Oh, I forgot about the displacement. And I forgot to start ACARS. Doggone it.
I reset the sim I don't know how many times, and I didn't forget to do anything.
And of course, I get a really good landing. I could have got off where I was wanting to, but I just said, you know what, let's just run it out.
Reach 1815, welcome to Stewart. Safe parking.
And we'll be going to the Air National Guard base right ahead. Reach 1815 will be going to the Guard base right ahead.
Reach 1815, taxi via Alpha Kilo to the ramp. Have a good day.
Alpha Kilo to the ramp. Thanks for the great ATC. Have a good one. It would have been a really great flight had the captain turned on the ACARS. And I got a note that tells me right in front of me, start it.
New York Center, American 2616, flight level 240.
Travis Tome, New York Center, radar contact, cross Dune at flight level 200.
Cross Duty, flight level 200, and hello.
All right, we're taxiing in. The only bummer to the flight is, like I said, I forgot to start the Sim Air Force ACARS system. Dang it, I'll have to file it manually. Dang, I hate when I do that. But it happens. All right, we're in the block. All right, shut down, trim. What does trim go to here? 4 or 3? 4.
New York Center, November 129er, Juliet Romeo at Newark on the ground. Are we to contact you for departure? That's affirmative. And we are VFR looking to depart the Bravo to the...
There we go. Okay, just making sure the APU is up and running. It is. Generators on. Wow. Never seen that before. Oh, excellent on everything. Cool. All right. Well, we are in the unload process. Again, one of these days I will reload LevelUp, and so that way everything works like it used to. All right, there we go. Everything's set up. All right. Great flight. Let's just be honest. It was a really good flight. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's get in here and see all that went on. Okay. We'll get rid of the overlay. Bring ElevateX up first. That gate 1 works. That I don't care. We landed 26 minutes early. Darn, the luck general's gonna be upset with us. And we even did a button hook to get in here. All right, we're gonna complete the flight. And now we're gonna view it. Had, 230. Wow, Sim Toolkit gave us a better landing rate. Wow, cool. 230 for the feet per minute, 121. And something I've learned about ElevateX, hang on a second, and we are at 1G. This is where it's telling us we landed, and we were left of the center line about 1700 or so feet down the runway. We're going to see how that translates. Now, real quick, usually you'll find us up here with FedEx. I don't think UPS is in here, but this might have been UPS. Let's just take a quick gander. We're in somewhere in here. Oh, somewhere right here. So, and I think that would be base ops. I don't know. I'm just guessing by the way the buildings look. All right. So that's what ElevateX got us at. Oh, wait. There's a good map. C-17s and C-130s. And then again, like I said, FedEx. Not sure if this is just, looks like it may just now be airport vehicles. Anyway, a lot of, some of the cargo for New York City goes in here. Not much, but some. Here's the terminal. So, yeah, I mean, there are commercial flights, hence why it's an international airport. Sim Toolkit will be the one we go off of. 145 feet a minute at 121 knots, 1.05 Gs. Complete it. Real quick, we know most of the numbers. So, 2-hour, 13-minute flight, 740 miles, 4,800 kilograms of fuel, and the landing, early landing information. Now let's get into the weeds. Again, 1,900 feet. Okay, so I was 200 feet off, and we were 2,100 or 21 feet left of the center line. But overall, the other numbers here, our pitch, our roll. Pitch could have been at least a 1 or a 2, would have made me happy. But we still got that nose up. So ideal 92, we came in at 89. That was because of the crosswind was playing with us pretty good. And hey, I'll take it as a win. So there you have it, folks. For the Twitch crowd here, thank you so much for being with us. Stick around. We're getting ready to set up flight number 2. And no, it won't be this one again because he forgot to start ACARS. I will do a manual PIREP so I can get out of the box that says, hey, you need to fly. So, but stay tuned. We're about to do flight number 2 in the A320neo out of Porto, Portugal to Frankfurt, Germany. So I hope y'all enjoy. Twitch, hang on. Stay tuned. We're going to push out and close out this for YouTube, but we're going to keep the stream alive so we can restart with you all going to Frankfurt one more time. It's not like we haven't got enough of Frankfurt. I think every week, at least once or twice, we're in and out of there. So, I think I'm starting to get the hang of Frankfurt. That's scary. But most of the traffic there will be leaving Frankfurt, headed up north to the islands of Holding in Denmark. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's quite busy. Let's see. Where's Frankfurt? Currently, only 7 people wanting out. Wow. Whole bunch of people wanting in, like always. I mean, it's one of those you can always count on traffic into and out of Frankfurt. So stay tuned. We'll be right back here on Twitch and YouTube. Y'all have a great night. God bless.